Hey guys, welcome back to Flying in Space with Planethead. Just jumping in here, messing around a little bit today. If you notice, I have my first Mauler up here as far as a fit. Um, it's pretty junky because I have very few skills on her. But why am I flying a Mauler? Other than the fact that it looks really cool, is because I was stupid yesterday and my friendly neighborhood coercer that I've been doing so well with got blown up because I wanted to see what the current Guardians of the Gala combat sites were like. And dumb me, I got kind of enthralled with what was going on and didn't realize I got locked down. Almost got away, but got blown up by the NPCs, which has not happened in a long time. Well, happens more often than probably most people because I like to push things to the edge because it's not real. um, and unfortunately it died. And then I realized I don't have any Courser blueprints out here. I have cruiser blueprints and frigate blueprints out here and a Dragoon blueprint, but I don't have a Courser blueprint. And I have really learned to like the Courser. At least I think it might be when I finally get off into doing some PvP down the road. It might be that first ship that I really try to do it with, um, or solo maybe. It's a very simple ship to fly, but I don't have it. So I did switch over to my Dragoon. I had not skilled into my my Mauler yet, and tried it out for a little bit, and I like it. Don't get me wrong, I like the ship, but it is not made for what I was doing, and or maybe my skills aren't there, um, or maybe I just need to learn how to fly it. The one thing I do have to say is I just don't like the look of it. I mean, I'm sorry. You can have this is the egoist in me. I don't even know if that's the right word. I just don't like the look of it. I'm not going to say what it kind of looks like. That would really hurt. But it's just not a pretty ship to me. So many of the other Maring ships are pretty. Um, and there were some things I've learned on it. And I think some things that I thought of for future endeavors with the ship. Um, but what I was trying to do with it was doing okay, but with the coercer, as far as being able to test things, I like to be able to be safe while testing out different gun emplacements, things like this. And unfortunately, right now, it is not that good because it's transversal when I'm doing the speed tanking. Um, is nowhere near as good as the Courser, and I haven't messed with it a bit, um, but I'm sure there's probably a better way for me to set it up. But what was happening was with the Courser, I could get in close or semi-close with the battleships, and then they couldn't hit me. With the Dragoon, it was a little bit different. They were able to hit me every once in a while. It was taking away from my capacitor. I was able to use, you saw in the last video, I was able to use the Nosferatus. My skills aren't good enough yet where, now I can't actually throw in a heat sink here. I took it off. I was trying some different fits out here. This is not the full fit. And again, don't ever try to use my fits. My fits are terrible. I just use what I got on hand. Um, but the one thing I do have to say is I've learned a lot messing around with these dumb fits. Uh, it's a fun ship to play. I think it might be a good mission runner. Um, but as far as a drone-ish boat, I'm not too keen on it just yet. I think there's something going on here. The one thing I did notice, I was thinking about this later on, was um, with the most Amarian ships, you're limited to the guns because their bonuses go toward the guns. Um, and this being a drone boat, I'll just show you the info here. Um, there are no stipulations on the gun. So this was something I was thinking about later on after I had time to think about it. It gets your bonuses to your drones and their speed, and it gives you your bonuses to your Nosferatus going on here, or your energy neutralizers. So that's pretty cool. Notice it doesn't say anything about energy weapons. So what does that mean? Well, looking at the ship itself, you can put in 3 lasers or 3 missile bays, or you don't have to go with lasers. You could go with projectile guns. You could go with hybrid weapons. They're going to do the same types of damage, or not types, amounts of damage. You're not going to get any bonuses for flying the ship. So this is a more versatile ship, but for what I want to do where I'm at right now, I don't think it's going to work out for what I have in the skills. Maybe down the road it would be helpful. Um, maybe I think as a fleet it might be kind of cool because you could throw out, maybe if you had 5 dragoons out there, ooh, that would be interesting. Let's say you had 5 or 10 dragoons, you're flying, now you got your drones out there, and you could use any types of guns that you wanted to use, so they couldn't pinpoint down the types of damage that you're doing. Um, and the other part too is you're not getting any armor bonuses. So, and the armor and shield bonuses here are mods are about the same. So this is a very flexible ship that could, if you think about that, boy, you have a fleet of these guys fly in on you. Um, you don't know what types of drones are throwing at you. You don't know types of guns they're firing at you. You don't know if they're armor based or shield tanked. Um, and you don't know what they've boosted up on those. So, and then they've got the Nosferatus or the neutralizers thrown in there. So that could be something pretty cool. But for what I want to do right now, it's not. Enough said. So I'm going to come back to this probably later on. I am still going to use it for messing around out here. I want to learn more, but not do any videos on it for a little while. But again, pretty cool ship. I think if I remember correctly, this will make you laugh. This is my own stupidity. I don't know if it'll make you laugh. When I first started playing, well, before I quit, came back, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago, whatever it was, I I was trying to figure out how to fly drones, and this was the first ship that I got. I didn't go Galente. I didn't know enough about the game. I just saw, ooh, that's a drone ship. I should get into that. So I remember flying one of these, but not doing it well. I think at one point then I went into this is going to sound weird, but I went Minotaur Stabber side. That should, if you want to do drones, I should have gone Galente, but I didn't. I went this, and then I went the Stabber side, and then I got blown up in a mining belt in Losec. Didn't know what I was doing, and then tried to go back out and get my stuff, and got blown up again. And then I became a miner because I was like, I suck. But that was 8, 9 years ago. Um, basically, I have booted up a Mauler. And I had built it the other day. I was planning on not pulling it out for like a month. Not a month, about a week or two. But since I don't have my coercer here on me, I went ahead and got it up here and going. And talk about a difference in how I like the look of this ship versus the Dragoon. This sucker just looks mean. It just looks like if you opened your door and this was staring back at you, you would close that door as quickly as possible. And then the second part is it's very similar to the Coercer in a way that it's very simply based off the top of my head. It's very similar to the Punisher, I think, as a frigate. Because of its bonuses, let's go in here. I'll just hover over the family tree here of Amarian ships. So here is your Mauler. It gets a bonus to medium energy turrets and a 4% bonus to all Amar resistances. Come on over here to your Punisher. 10% bonus to activation cost of the Punisher, and then a 4% bonus to the resistances. So, um, this is kind of a bigger brother to both the. If you took a Tormentor and uh, if a Tormentor and a Punisher had a baby and it was big, like me, it would be a Mauler because it gets a couple of drones, because about 3 drones, but it's mostly a laser blasting armor tanky ship. So, in other words, pretty simple stuff. And I like simple to start off. I do want to try out an Omen and an Arbitrator down the road. The uh, the Augur isn't a big deal for me right now because this is a fleet-based ship. Don't really have any use for the bonuses that it has there. Um, but these other 3 here, pretty freaking cool. Not saying I don't want to get into Logi at some point in time, just saying right now that doesn't do any good, the Augur. So, long story short, I was able to scavenge apart. I've been slowly collecting medium guns, medium crystals, and some items that I can throw in down here. If you notice here, a lot larger lower slots. Medium slots are pretty good, 3 of them. I don't have any medium rigs, so I do need to find a way back to high sec, pick up a couple of medium rigs so I can get my DPS up even higher. But even with medium level ish Tech 1 guns, I think I've got some anode particle streams and some afocal Mazars. So these are really kind of your medium level Tech 1 guns with basic crystals. I'm able to get to 210 DPS, which is pretty good. It's pretty good. That thrown in with the 3 drones is pretty helpful. Down here, I was able to throw on one of the damage controls that I've been able to scavenge, a multispectral energized membrane. I may switch that out. I've got a couple different types of this. I can go with the EM, the thermal. Maybe the way to go would be thermal. I'm not 100% sure. I'm just going with the most basic one first. Instead of going with the membrane, maybe I might want to go with a powered item, but I want to make sure my cap is going correctly. Medium armor repair, and then a couple of heat sinks, and then a tracking enhancer. I'm not sure if I want to keep this, just something I had I could throw on there. I might want to go with some drone damage amplifiers, but I've only got 3 drones, so I'm not sure if that would help a lot. Or something else. And then middle slots, just threw some stuff on here. I wanted to have, you got to have your prop mod, and I just had 2 compact cap batteries. Why do I set it up like this? Because this is the least that I have to be active with while playing, while I learn to use them. Guns, afterburner, and repair. 3 things to focus on. Then as I get used to the ship and upgrade it, I'll throw in a couple of more active things that I'm getting better at using. So I did try flying her a little bit ago. Let's see if I need anything fixed here. I did okay. I ran into the largest battleship that you can run into out here, and I can't remember the name of it, but it was worth 1.8 million ISK. And I was tinging it down, but in its armor, but it would have taken a very long time, and I actually ran out of capacitor. So a learning experience, yes. I'm going to just jump on over here into QM. QM has become one of my test areas. um, I do want to move around a little bit more out here in Stain. I've only got about 45 more days in Stain. I'm going to keep a base of operations out here, but I do want to make a few little changes once I hit my 100 days and go full Omega. Um, Little shout out to a buddy of mine. He messaged me in game and let me know about a pretty cool corporation and a video set that I'm going to start watching. Um, and just make sure there's nothing going on here, and I'll pop it in for you guys. I always like to give shout outs to almost anybody that's out there. Um, this is EVE Online. It's done by Zach, who is part of, or maybe the owner of Team Barbecue Corp. Um, but he's got some pretty cool videos. As you see here, I've been able to watch a whole 48 seconds so far of his latest one. Um, I started watching it, realized my brain wasn't functioning right. He keeps them quite short from what I can tell you, whereas I like to prattle on, so he's much better at it than I am. But I'm really looking forward to watching these videos and get in touch with them. So looking pretty cool, pretty happy. Um, okay. So we are in a safe spot out here. Let's go find something to shoot at. Got my drones here. Like I said, only 3 drones in this ship. So really what it could be used for is salvage drones if you're doing enough damage with your guns. I don't know yet. I literally have level 1 skill in cruiser and level 1 skill in... Okay, so this will be interesting. As I change subjects in a half a second. So always get your drones out first. Well, I can't say that. I know better than that. I'm doing it now to find out because these drones are very cheap. But if you're going up against guys who are targeting your drones, oh, you know what? I got to remember. The range on these are 14 and 16K. So I do not have to get in super close. There we go. And you go kill somebody. Engage that target. So here's it. I'm just going to wait. Whoa. Whoa. Wow, they just smacked me. Major difference between, obviously, frigates and destroyers and, what's my range here? 25K. I should be firing now. I'm stupid. You're not going to speed tank other cruisers with a cruiser, or most of the time, especially with my skills. Gotta focus on what your tank is going to be and do it well. As you've watched me in the past, I've always been speed tanking the larger ships. And okay, so he's pinging down. I like that. I'm going to go in and start circling somebody else so I don't get stuck on. Sometimes if I don't start moving on to the next guy, I'll forget. And I'll just start wandering off into space, and I zone out like that. Let's see what we got here. So 1 down. Okay. So, nope, I don't want to go after him. He's farther away. We want the guy that's closer. There you go, buddy. Now that I've got more than one thing going on, I need to start working on my hotkeys as well, focusing on drone usage and stuff like that. More things to keep an eye on. If there's one thing that I can tell you about coming out here into Stain as an alpha, it has really helped me to learn basics. Ooh, okay, so this is important. Notice my cap. My cap is going down, down, down. So that is something, hopefully by the next video, I will have figured out. Okay, let's move on to the next guy here. All right. So I'm waiting until I get fully within range, also to get my cap up. Let's see if we can kill him. I'm worried that I'm going to run my cap down. This is interesting. It is always interesting to fly a new ship. I was saying, so the one thing I really liked about coming out here as an alpha and surviving, it really makes you appreciate what you've got. It also you have to learn. You have to learn how to fly the different ships. You learn that there are tougher things than pointing and clicking. You might be wondering what I'm doing right now. I am not shooting because of my cap problems here. I could be trying to kill this guy off. So we definitely need to figure this out, whether it's a skill thing, whether it's a fit thing. That is one thing that this ship doesn't do. It doesn't give you a bonus per level for your guns. It gives you more damage, but it doesn't take away from the capacitor need. So that's interesting. Okay, let's try and finish him off now. Bah! Don't like that sound. Let's get my armor back up and running. Come on, buddy. Am I hitting this guy? My group of guns are missing him. Why am I missing? Am I too close? Interesting. So it looks like I hit him there. Very interesting. Okay. So this is one problem that you do run into. Come on, Mr. Capacitor. Now, what is he hitting me with? Hitting with thermal and EM. Good, good, good. So my capacitor is not growing. Now it is at its lowest level here. See, there's a problem. Once you get out of your fun zone here, I call, things will not recharge as quickly. So I'm just letting my drones do their work while I'm learning. This is what I like to do. This is my second flight out, and this is exactly the problem that I ran into earlier with the battleship. And I thought I'd make a video and show you what could happen. Okay, so I'll let this build here. I'm sorry, this right here, my capacitor. Only got my micro warp drive going, or I'm sorry, my afterburner going, and it's still not growing very fast. Pretty surprising that I can ping him down with just these junky little drones here. I'm trying to let this go down to maybe under, let's say, under 15%, maybe. I'll let it get to 15%. That'll let my cap boost up enough that I can get my armor going again. At 22. We're within my range of my guns, my optimal range here. So I could even increase this out to another, I would say, I'm going to put it to 10K. There. Okay, let's get my armor repair going. Let's get my capitalize. So you want to find that sweet spot. Now, here's where this is kind of fun. I always forget about this. So You're zoomed out. If you want to find your sweet spot for your guns, just hover over it. It will tell you. So if I come on down here, I hover over it, right there. See where the red hinges are? That's where I want to be. Now the only problem is I can't see it here. But, okay, so I'm pinging him down. I got my other guns going. Okay, let's see what we can do for some damage. Remember my guns were missing him. Or I'm missing the last guy. Now that I'm out farther away, boom, 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 and he's dead. So there is a learning thing right there. I'm sorry it took me so long to get there. Long story short, range is going to be very important with these. So great learning experience. Let's go ahead and get our drones in. Shift R is your default for pulling in your drones. But this is what I like to do. I will probably spend a couple of days. Ah, sweet. I got another extruded compact. Good. This is a nice little bonus here. A thermal, compact thermal, energized. So, remember, so if I just want to go with that. And then, let's turn that off. So my major issue with this right now is capacitor management, which is very strange because I do have on the ship 2 cap batteries. So, and this should help increase my capacitor recharge rate plus my storage space. So there's got to be something I'm doing wrong, or something that maybe these guns use more juice. Whoop, another extruded. Sweet. Okay, I'll take that. I like having heat sinks, especially the upgraded kind. But, okay, a lot to learn. I'm going to think about this a lot and maybe hopefully have an upgraded ship both in skills and in setup next time. So, hope that was cool. If you guys have any questions, any ideas, please just feel free to message me in-game. It's Jeremiah Johnson 72, or you can contact me via YouTube. If anything, just fly safe, fly dangerously, and have a good one. Alrighty. See you later.